Good afternoon and welcome to Billy's Travels from the Falkirk Wheel. We're on Monday, it's now about 2:30, 2:45. We've had a mechanic out this morning to check the alternator, supposed to replace the alternator. Said there's nothing wrong with the alternator, it's banging out 14 volts at the alternator. Then he gets back to the battery and it's hemorrhaging power. It dropped while the engine was running from 12 and a bit volts to just under 12, 11.8. So therefore driving it, I don't know how far we'd get before it was flat. So it's a recovery. There's been all sorts of phone calls coming backwards and forwards between us and the RAC. Firstly, they said that we couldn't travel with the motorhome. They were going to take the motorhome and get to wherever it's going, whenever, and we were left in the car park until they got us a hire car or onward travel. So I took it upon myself to check about trains. That was a good option, 67 quid each on the train, two changes. That wasn't bad at all, really. And the train station is about a mile and a half from here, so that was an option. Anyway, I've just had a phone call. We are being recovered by the RAC at 4:10. They're coming. And they're taking us all, according to the woman on the phone, through to Newport. We booked in at the campsite in Newport tonight, where there is electric, and we're going to stop there until we can get it sorted. Of course, I've checked on the ferry. Diane was supposed to go home on Sunday. We can't get on the ferry because of TT, so we can't go home while the TT is on. So we're stuck in the UK for at least 3 weeks. We've got Billy, doesn't matter. We've got power and everything. And once we get to Newport, we've got the car and the Grom and everything's there, so safer ground. And then we can perhaps get it looked at. He said it's hemorrhaging power. It's a common thing on Fiat Garage. There was a recall a few years back on it. We're not sure whether it's been looked at the recall or whatever happens, but he said it's hemorrhaging power through the lambda sensors, through the emissions side of things, which I find strange. I don't know, and I don't know where we go from there. But still, I've been in contact with a guy I know, auto electrician in Hull area, and we'll go from there and see how we go. I have kept the spare battery. Of course, I bought a new battery, so the spare battery's all right, so I can always charge that up. The bless him, the RAC guy says, "Have you got a trickle charger?" And he says, via your inverter, you could trickle charge the battery as you're going along, emitting the charging system, which is a good idea, but I don't know what rate it'd be using it and what rate we'd be putting it back in, and I don't know how far we got. And the problem being with the RAC, once we left here and cancelled our recovery, we're stuffed. So we thought we'd better have the recovery. It's as simple as that. So that's it. We'll probably speak to you when we're at the other end and what our plans are now. I'm not quite sure over the next few months. Next month, sorry. We don't know what we're doing, but it's been a bit of a traumatic day today. But we'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.
Scary thing, really.